Okay, hello, thanks for joining me today for my latest video unboxing. For you now, I have the UK Collector's Edition for Resident Evil 7 that you may have read a day before release in the UK. This was exclusive to game, and I'll say a day before, it's pretty much hours before it was officially released at midnight. Game cancelled the pre-orders for this collector's edition in the UK due to allegedly a fault. They didn't say, but a bit of research, and I found out a fault was with one of the chimneys. Just cancelled. No word of whether or not they'd come back in stock or anything. Give you a £10 reward credit, which I guess better than the poke in the eye with a rusty stick. But I would have preferred at least for this to arrive, and then if it was faulty or whatever, I'd send it back on my own accord. But anyway, they cancelled all the orders, and then lucky enough, GameStop in Ireland were selling this, so I got my pre-order in quick, which is a good job, because probably about an hour after I placed my pre-order at GameStop, they went out of stock there. Now, this was £100 without the game. You could buy it £150 with this Steelbook edition, but since game already sent us out with £5 off, as well as the £10 reward points, I didn't even need to buy this with the game, so I bought it on its own, which was €100 with postage. I paid, I think it's £93, so it actually worked out to be £7 cheaper than to buy this on its own in the UK, so it works out quite well. And today as well, I've also received the collector's edition for the one in the US, and they're vastly different to each other than expected, other than the US one being a music box as well. But the actual design and how the hazes look are completely different. More so, I knew they were different, but it's quite a drastic difference between the two. But anyway, and I noticed there's a dummy finger. The dummy finger was nowhere near to a quality of the one in the US, which is a bit shitty because it looks fuck all like the one that was in the picture. But nonetheless, it may not be to the standards of the US version, but I'm a collector, and it's all about having rare items, and I've checked it over already, and there's no faulty chimney. It is all in order, so I'm happy anyway. So, right, so it comes in this box, which, to be honest, I can actually see maybe why these got damaged in transit, because rather than the US box being the normal one where you peel open the flap and open it up, this is completely different. I've got a feeling this is how I may have got damaged. So there's no artwork on the box, but it is a sleek black, and you can see the lid is already coming off. Now, if this was like that in transit, this lid is going to fly off because it wasn't sealed there, and I'm guessing this is how it probably got damaged. But the box itself is a nice sleek black with the Resident Evil 7 the logo and the artwork on the front with the creepy girl. Let's see what I mean. Let's say that because it's not actually sealed, you can see why perhaps this got damaged, especially says there's dents on the cardboard on the inside there. So you can see the parts of the mansion there. But I'm gonna take out all of your bits and bobs. Actually, no, that's your well, right? The dummy finger. That is the dummy finger. Now, I ain't going to pretend that I'm that impressed, but actually, no. I suppose I think of it another way. I mean, this is the dummy finger. It's advertised as a dummy finger, but let me show you the one that comes in the US. The US one is miles better. It actually looks like a dummy finger in the game. But I'm thinking, actually, looking at them both, it's a deliberate design. I think this, to be fair, because if you played the game already, don't want to go into too much spoiler territory, but limbs get chopped off and stuff, and especially this one encounter early on in the game, I wouldn't say no more. So if this is representative of that scene, it makes sense. I mean, that looks, to be fair to it, that does actually look like a finger anyway. Sorry, there's a light, but I can't really. A bit of a power one, but anyway, this is the finger from a US one. Looks like a dick. But yeah, that's a US one. That actually looks, that is a proper replica from the demo. So even got the key on it as well. That is fucking, it is fantastically made. But I'm thinking actually now that this one in the UK one isn't meant to be a representative of the dummy finger which you used from the demo. I think it's actually supposed to be the finger from influence from certain scenes in the game. So there you go. That's a USB drive in that one. I can't remember how to get this fucking back on. Here we go. And this one, but I think. Come on, you bastard. There we go. But to be fair to this one as well, this one is an 8 gig memory stick. The US one is 4 gig. So I think, I mean, yeah, it looks nowhere near as good as the US one, but I think that actually is, well, that is blatantly is the dummy finger from the demo, and I think that's supposed to be Ethan's finger rather than the dummy finger, so potentially explains that one. I don't want to get to the haste just yet, so I'm going to put the haste over here. Get to the goodies inside. Okay, so we've got the DLC survival pack, which is the same DLC which came with my steelbook, and with that one you get some magnum ammo, a special grenade, a lockpick, solid fuel, gunpowder, herb, and it unlocks Madhouse Mad Mode. Choose your file, so we've got to go on the website there. And according to the leaflet of the steelbook, this is a one-time only code, which sucks because I like to think I can use it with multiple playthroughs. And if it is the case, I mean that's shitty anyway. I think Deus Ex Mankind Divided did something very similar. I'm gonna save this DLC, same with my steelbook one, for when I complete the game on normal and I unlock this Madhouse mode naturally anyway. I'm gonna save this contents for the more difficult modes. I think it certainly come in more use there. Right, the lithographs. Obviously, there are differences between US and the UK one. The US one, which I'll put a link in the description below, has got a big lithograph, a bit bigger in this envelope, of the Baker family sitting down for a lovely meal. So let's have a look in here. And these are lithographs. Oh, these are actually not to extent. So, what the fuck? Are they sleeves or something? They're all the same. Okay, I'm not impressed with that, to be fair. Meh. Ah, no, orders forgiven. I don't know what the fuck these are for, to be honest. I'm going to research it, but these look like sleeves more than anything else, which wasn't listed on the description of the item. But here's the lithographs, and I've just saw some else there, and that looks fucking awesome. But here's the lithographs in an envelope, and okay, so I don't know what the fuck that is because I didn't see that listed in there, so that's yay or nay. Meh, wasn't expecting that in there anyway. It's not great at all, but it just seems a bit random that we've got multiple game sleeves of the same cover, but there you go. So yeah, this is much better. This is what I thought that was, so false alarm. There we go. There's a lithograph of a Baker family. Now you get this one in the US one, but it's only one, and rather than being more of a rectangle shape, the US one's a bit longer stretched. Obviously you can check out the US collector's edition on my channel, and I'll put a link in the description. There you go. There's old Jack Baker, and there's Ethan presumably with a knife. The old static TV with VHS tapes. There's a table of newspaper cuttings, letters, and the mysterious notes. And there's an art card there with the mansion feature. So actually, yeah, for a second I thought what I showed you before were the lithographs, but no, these are the lithographs, and they are fantastic. Do really like them. Now this, I was not expecting this to be of this size. The art book. I was expecting it to be a mini art book, but no, it's a fucking relatively big book with the umbrella logo. And we know from the demo, at least, I've not finished the game, I think I'm about halfway through-ish. The chances are Umbrella may be back in some variety. Right, I'm going to look for this art book, but I'm going to be selective over the pages I show, because I don't want to reveal any spoilers for myself, nor do I for you. So if I skip right to the back, so I can see how many pages of that. Okay, great. We've got artwork for various Resident Evil games that have been released over the years, complete with timelines. Obviously, the various Leon Kennedys, there's Nemesis, Zombies, the Chris Redfields, Operation Raccoon City. Even Survivors on here. Obviously, Revelations and that as well. Awesome. It's all got timelines on as well. That's a nice touch. Ah, there we go. This is actually... I thought this would be an art book just for Resident Evil 7, but it's not. That's the island from Resident Evil Revelations 2. There we go. So fucking awesome. This is great. I mean, I was expecting this to be a mini art book. Not only is it a full-sized, A4-sized art book, but it's also an art book for all Resident Evil games over the years. Fucking awesome. So, there we go. I haven't really got to worry about spoilers here. The art book of Resident Evil. Look at that, look. Original Resident Evil. Resident Evil remake as well. Resident Evil 2, my personal favourite. Come on, Capcom. Please at E3 this year, show us some actual gameplay footage of Resident Evil 2 remake, which is in the works. And there's obviously Claire Redfield, and that there looks like her outfit, which was in the Resident Evil 1.5, a game it never released. Oh my god, this is fucking fantastic. Got various concepts of a Nemesis as well. Stars! I did not expect this book here as the like the frog hunters. The hybrids of hunters, but big fuck off frogs from Resi 3. Code Veronica. Oh, I remember when this game released. Well, before it was released, and it was before everything was on the internet. And I was looking at videos a year before it released, and I think it was on IGN when IGN first launched. And to find information back in those days, before it was released in 2000 on the internet, wasn't as freely available as it is now, which is a shame, because I think nowadays, especially a lot of games, especially with horror, with movies and all, too much gets revealed way too soon, in my opinion. Okay, there's a bit of Resi Zero there, and the bonus DLC outfits included, which, here we go, there's the Hunter, Resi 4. So you've even got a lot of the DLC outfits in here as well. So I would scan the camera better if I could do, but I can't because I'm using a basic webcam and it's not got a zoom or anything on it. So I'm sort of doing it this way. Okay, there's Resident Revelations. Very underappreciated. Raccoon City. Now this is a game which it wasn't a success at all. I think a lot of people, including myself, were a bit expected something different when it was online, but probably expected a bit more story from it. But I never really got a chance to play with a lot of people online. Only a few randoms were released. I think it's a game that had a lot of potential, which, like the 8-Break series, which I really, really want Capcom to, if they're not going to remaster it, give us a new 8-Break game. I want to play the Resident Evil. Just give us 8-Break free. Oh, this is some Resi 6 artwork as well. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is such a fantastic art book. I did not expect it to be that size, nor did I expect it to be a biography of all the Resident Evils of old. Right, now let's get to a mansion, which is completely different to the one from the US, which I'm happy about because it means I could pick 2 models, and I assume this is a US steelbook. There you go. Put your game in there, though. That doesn't fit. I think it's more of a case of yeah, that's. I haven't got the normal Xbox case at hand, so there you go. It's got a slot there for an Xbox case, or the PlayStation one, basically a Blu-ray size. Steelbook's slightly bit bigger, but anyway, here's a mansion. Now I think this one, I'll show you the US mansion a bit. Completely different in terms of the actual detail on the house with the paintwork and the windows. It's arguably more detailed than the US one. US one's certainly a lot more heavier. It's got US one's got more subtle details to it, where this has got more colour in terms of more detail in terms of colour. It's about a plastic base, but the house itself is a very solid plastic. Doesn't feel too cheap. Okay. Now I don't know what chimney it was, but apparently one of these chimneys at the top was the reason that game recalled every single one, because one of them kept on falling. And I don't want to go fucking heavy hand on it, but mine feels absolutely fine. Right, put this box down here. Let's move. Look, take this camera down. Move across, and let's compare this heavy US version. Honestly, this is so deceptively fucking heavy. It's untrue. Let's try and get this straight. There we go, look. So the US one is certainly bigger in height, and I suppose its dimensions are bigger in terms of scale. UK one is a bit smaller. I think looking at them both, I'd say I prefer the US one. I'd say. But that's difference in size. But US one does this. At the back, wait for it, creepy girl. There she is. Can you just make her out there? But sit in better woods on the actual unboxing for that one. But there you go. There's the back of each as well. Yeah, the US one is better. Plus, it plays music. But so they're 2 completely different mansions, which play the game anyway. There's more than one house, so here you go. There's those 2 side by side. Let's put this butte down here. That's heavy, trying to be careful with it. So that, my friends, concludes this video unboxing. Also, I didn't buy this one with the game, because you could buy it with or without the game, and already have the steelbook anyway, so I didn't need to buy it. So, obviously you got the mansion. You got, which I was a bit meh to start off with, but now I think about it, I think this isn't the dummy finger at all. It's a finger of a character in the game, and it poses as an 8 gig USB stick, as opposed to the US one being 4. We've got this awesome Resident Evil art book. We've got 5 lithographs, which are all fantastic. You've got the survival pack DLC and some random sleeves. God, I don't understand why that was in there. Sorry, I just knocked the camera. My apologies. So there you go. That concludes everything. If you haven't done already, please hit like and subscribe. Helps me out immensely. And Until next time, my friends, thank you and peace out.